Hello and welcome to Top 5 Wednesday. Top 5 Wednesday is a Goodreads group that was created by Lainey over at Ginger Reads Lainey and is now moderated by Sam from Thoughts on Tomes. And this week's topic is top 5 video or books that you think would be great video games. So as I was going through my list of books that I have read, I was surprised to find that even though I am a romance reader and a lot of the books that I read are romance, I actually found quite a few books or book series that would work really, really well as video games. And those are the books that actually have very little romance to them. So these are in no particular order, so let's just get to it. First off is the Lunar Chronicles. Cinder, Scarlet, Cress, and Winter. I think this would be an amazing video game, especially since it deals with fairy tale retellings in a new and very different way. You have cyborgs, you have different sort of paranormal characters that are in the book in Scarlet from Little Red Riding Hood, so you have the wolf and everything like that, and then you have it where it's set on two different locations, the Earth and the Moon, so that gives two different looks. You can definitely go with a beautiful sort of greenery because it is post-apocalyptic in the fairy tale retelling of the stories. You can go with the beautiful retelling or scenery of the Earth being reborn, and also different places that are located in the book. You can really draw that out with CGI and everything like that. So I think that would be a great series to do as a video game. Next is going to be Wayward Pines by Blake Crouch. And that's Pines, Wayward, and The Last Town. And in this series, it has actually become a television show with 2 seasons, I believe. And so to switch it to an actual video game would be very simple, especially since it has some of the same aspects as The Walking Dead or any of those kind of zombie apocalyptic sort of shows and video games that are already out there. And the whole premise of the story is that this is the last town in the United States or in the world after it's post-apocalyptic as well. So this town is trying to keep the Abbeys out and keep their town running. So that, I think, would be a great premise for a video game. Next is going to be the Divergent series by Veronica Roth. Divergent, Insurgent, and Allegiant. Even though I sort of think Allegiant could be left off because it's controversial and it's a love it or hate it book. And some of the actions within the book aren't necessarily liked. I think that it could definitely be played as a what if sort of game, going through the different possibilities that the actions that Ford takes and the actions that Trish take throughout, as well as some of the other characters that are in the book. So you could possibly not kill off the mother or not have the father be an abuser. There's a lot of different ways that that story could definitely change up and become a video game. And of course it's a shooter. Could be a shooter game, or it could be like a Sims sort of type game. The next one's going to be The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins, which is Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay. And of course, once again, as explained for Divergent series, it would be similar to playing the games, being the characters of the games, and going through maybe Katniss doesn't win the games and she's not the victor. Maybe Peeta wins the games instead. There's so many different things that could possibly happen that would work really well for a video game. And then we have Black Hawk Down by Mark Bowden. Yeah, Bowden. And I think this game has already sort of been put out there, especially since there are so many first shooter military games that are available at this time. But the whole premise behind Black Hawk Down is that you're stranded in a foreign country and you're trying to get out. So you could either be the rebel forces and play that way, or you could be the American forces that are trying to get out of that situation as well. And last but not least is Jurassic Park, Jurassic World by Michael Crichton. And that, I believe, already has a video game as well. However, it could really just, it just proves that it would be a really good video game. Other than that, I really don't have any picks. Most of the stories and books that I do read would probably fall into the Sims categories of having, you know, the couple go through the trials and tribulations that they go through and do the what ifs of changing the story up that way. So those are my picks. What are your picks for books that could become video games? Let me know in the comments and let's discuss. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe. Also, there is a form in the description box so you guys can help me improve my channel. Once again, thank you for watching and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.